Hey everybody, I'm taking a break from football this evening for a while. Cal-Texas game is on, not much going on. Just finished watching the Toledo Air Force game. That was a barn burner, 42-41. Whoa. But anyway, I'm going to do been sitting in my fridge for a while. I'm going to be doing the Unibroue Éphémère. This is their, it said brewed with apple juice, coriander, curacao peels, and with natural flavor added. Flavored ale on lees. On the back it says, Éphémère is a seasonal ale brewed with apples. It offers a fragrant green apple bouquet and a remarkably well-balanced mouthfeel. Truly a refreshing summer delight in every sip. Well, it's not summer. It's the end of December, although almost got to 50 today, so almost seems like summer. Apparently there's a whole series of these beers named Éphémère, and it's courtesy of Google Translate. So it's got some glitches in it, but it says, as its name suggests, Instant is an ephemeral ale that comes and goes with the seasons. It was developed as a series to feature a seasonal fruit in a refreshing, lightly spiced white ale. The label depicts a fairy, an ephemeral spirit associated with fruit picked at the peak of ripeness. During each harvest season, she appeared first in the spring of 2001 and has been sincere, was celebrated variety of seasonal fruit featuring ales, must, apple, cranberry, blackcurrant, peach, and raspberry. Like I said, Google Translate. The apple version, which I have, first created in 2002, is without a doubt the most popular version. It is the only one to be distributed all year round and sold in the United States. This, I think, is 5.5% ABV. Fairly low. There's your little fairy there with her basket of apples. Green apples. So, let's get this in a glass and see what we have here. Try not to get any foil in the glass. Oh man, I can smell these from here. I can smell it from here. Whoa. Okay, we got a very, very yellow beer. Fairly clear. Looks like medium carbonation streaming up. Got maybe a finger and a half of a kind of a pillowy white head. It's a good looking beer. You know, like I said, I can smell it from clear out here. Yeah, we got, definitely apple. We got that tart green apple smell, kind of like a probably Granny Smith apple. Got just a hint of some wheat-like malts and some of the yeast. But this is mostly your green, slightly tart, sour apple. Maybe a bit of light honey, some bready grains, but maybe just a slightest hint of a clove-like spiciness in the background. But primarily, this is your tart green Granny Smith apples. Let's give it a taste and see if it follows. I'm not getting the apples so much on the taste. I mean they are there definitely. I'm getting some spices, some wheat, malts, a little bit of that bubblegum flavors like you sometimes get in Belgian ales, triples primarily. Little citrus and floral. Yeah, the apple's there, and it's still the predominant flavor, but it's not nearly as intense as you'd think it would be from the nose. Has a fairly clean finish, fairly light mouthfeel, fairly well carbonated, so it's got a good clean finish. Actually, it's sort of it's kind of a mixture. You start out with that, surprisingly, from what you expect from the nose, surprisingly light, tart green apple taste there in the beginning. And you get kind of like that juicy in the middle, almost like it changes to that, like a Macintosh, a sweet red apple there in the middle. And then you get a little touch of malt on the back end, but with that carbonation and that light mouthfeel, it's a fairly clean finish. So let me sit and let this warm up a bit, and I'll be back in a few with the final thoughts and grade. Hey there, I'm back. It's been 20 minutes or so. This is not one you want to let warm up a whole lot. I like this. This is a decent beer. Not a lot has changed. What little it's warmed up. Still getting a lot of that sour apple note and a little bit more of the yeast on the nose. Taste, it's like a, doesn't really taste a whole lot different than a hard cider, except it's got some nice yeasty qualities. In a way, this reminds me of a Saison, but without the pepperiness, although I never really had this much, at least I've never had a Saison with this much tart apple in it. But this is a highly drinkable beer. I mean, it's got a great, decent sour apple flavor. It's not my style. Fruit beers are not my style. Glad I didn't buy a bigger bottle of it. This is just the, what is it, 330 ml or whatever it is. Not even a, I don't know, they may make pints. But yeah, this is 5.5% ABV. But even with that low ABV and everything, I couldn't drink more than one. I mean, it's a decent drinkable beer. I may buy another one, but I certainly wouldn't buy a big bottle unless I was sharing it with a lot of people. It's almost like a, in a way, it's almost like a champagne, Saison, cider. Strange thing. I'd really be interested in trying some of their other different fruit flavors that they, what did they say? Cranberry, blackcurrant, peach, and raspberry. So, but apparently those they don't distribute to the United States. So, I'd be interested in tasting some of those just for a taste. I wouldn't want more than one bottle, I'm sure. But this is a decent beer. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Good solid 7 out of 10. It's above average. It's drinkable. It's not outstanding. For Unibroue, it's pretty run-of-the-mill. Probably below average for Unibroue, but majority of their beers are above average. So 7 out of 10 for the Unibroue Éphémère apple. So till next time, everybody, cheers and keep drinking good beer.